Correspondent Robert Ray. He's in Buxton, North Carolina. What timing, Robert? I was going to ask you if you notice high tide. I mean, it's happening right now as we speak.
Yeah, well, I mean, the epicenter of high tide this morning has passed us, but you can see it's beginning to come in again, and that was what we see with the ebb and flows. Look, the good news here this morning is that we have not seen any of these high tide cycles, which is the king tide at this point, cross any of these sand dunes into the roadways. So it's not extraordinary, and that is really good news. But you see the video of all the homes in this area in Buxton over the past, week or so, and the destruction, and over 9 homes have fallen. So many others are compromised, and that is the major issue right now. I mean, where I'm walking, is essentially used to be full of a neighborhood. There was actually grass lots in some of these pockets. If you look at some of the old real estate videos, amazing. I mean, and that was like 4 or 5 years ago. And now you have homes that are quite literally holding on to, splinters as the waves crash in because of all these offshore storms and sea level rise. This one in particular, as the camera turns, Doug doing a great job behind the lens, as you see, is really in a bad spot. Unfortunately, it's leaning. Part of the structure has already buckled. There's no stairways up into it. It was once a beautiful home, and now eventually, likely, perhaps this weekend, with what's coming in, may crumble and fall. And, we have been talking to people out here just about what the plan is, short-term and long-term. And some of the most interesting comments come, ironically, from not officials or elected officials, but documentarians, photographers, videographers, people who are honing in on exactly what's happening. Have a listen.
I think the first thing would be to have a declared state of emergency for this portion of North Carolina. That would release some more federal funding. That would release, frankly, a little bit more empathy from people, I think, that think of this as just an individual home problem. This is not just 1 or 2 homes. This is the bulwark. This is the first line of defense for the rest of North Carolina. This is a daily drip of resistance, and it's ongoing. Every day people come out and look to see, is my house still here? Is that house still here? It's a vigil, and it's going to keep continuing until, things are addressed or the properties are all gone.
And here's the thing, Dare County, where we're at right now, is planning on having a contractor come out tomorrow and try to remove all of this debris in anticipation of what's ahead this weekend. And the debris consists of, literally people's homes. This is timber that stood up inside of a home. You have vegetation up and down that's ripped apart because of the push of water, and they've got a lot of work to do. It seems like, that's not enough time, 48 hours until, the weekend begins to become tumultuous again. So I'm a little surprised that they're waiting that long. Maybe it's a scheduling thing, but the importance and the urgency likely should be there. And a state of emergency that people would like to be called here so that perhaps funds can come in and help this area. It's not happening either. In the meantime, you see, it is beautiful out in the Atlantic. But what we also see is communities and people's property being taken by the Atlantic, and the environmental issues going on here. It's a real flashpoint here in Buxton, North Carolina, on the beautiful Outer Banks, which is already fragile.
Yeah.
Back to you.
A shrinking shoreline, too. I just can't get over how the waves are breaking underneath those homes, which just 10 years ago, you had plenty of room out in front of them in their seemingly backyards. It's remarkable to see. All right, Robert. Plus, we've got a coastal storm we could be dealing with by this weekend. Thanks for that report, Robert Ray.
That's right.
In Buxton, North Carolina.